Hello everybody, welcome to Awesome UAVs. My name is Trenton, and if you want more information on how to fly your drone safely, how to get more information on drones itself, and just general fun drone videos, please hit the subscribe button and you'll be able to see more. Today's video is about drone safety, and I felt the need to create this channel and to create this video to bring actual awareness to drone safety. This is 2018. A lot of people got drones for Christmas. A lot of people had drones last year. And one of the first things that you actually need to take into account with a drone is actual safety. Now, you do have small drones, you have medium-sized drones, and you have really large drones. Today, we're only going to be covering small consumer drones. It's pretty much a general understanding that if you're buying a larger commercial drone, you've already taken the steps to learn the safety protocols and things like that. I also plan on making videos for people who have larger drones, and we'll be doing safety on those. We are focusing mainly on drones that kids are flying, drones that adults who've never flown a drone before are flying, and how all this safety thing works out. The main focus behind this is the FAA. Now, the FAA basically regulates the airspace above us. So they create all the rules for all of the airplanes and aircraft and things like that. Now, where the safety part comes in is, one, we want to be physically safe. So we don't want to injure anybody or hit a dog or hit an animal or anything like that. We want physical safety. The other part of that is we want to make sure that we don't crash the drone and ruin, someone's Christmas gift or an investment. We want to fly safe. We don't want to get in trouble. So I will go ahead and start off with the first couple of steps. Now, the first step to know, and you can actually find this on the FAA's website, is that if you do have a drone and you're flying it, you have to register it with the FAA online if it A, weighs more than 0.55 pounds, which is 0.55, you have to register it, and if it weighs less than 55 pounds. Now, that's a really big range, so most drones that you're going to pick up from the store or order online are going to fall in between those two limits. Now, if you go onto the FAA's website, it's a $5 registration. I know it's a little bit of a tax, but it's what the FAA, regulates. Now, if you're flying around as a hobbyist and things like that, and you're not shooting anything commercial or anything like that, you're not making money off your drone, you don't have to worry about getting the Part 107 exemption. That is something that is for another video, and you don't have to worry about that. So I'll lay down some ground rules. First one, do not fly your drone above 400 feet. Now, this safety rule is in place because most aircraft that are traveling through the airspace, they don't go below 1,000 feet. So your airliners and things like that generally don't go below 500 feet unless they're coming into land. The other thing that you have to worry about are actual helicopters, paragliders, and things like that. They usually have to stay above 500 feet whenever they're flying, through a certain area. So by not going above 400 feet, you have a 100-foot deviation to be safe. The other safety tip, and this comes from the FAA, is that you have to fly your drone within what's called line of sight. So that basically means when you're flying your drone, you have to be able to physically see it unaided without binoculars or any sort of visual enhancement. Now, of course, if you're wearing glasses, that doesn't count, but you must be able to see your drone. So for those of you who have DJI drones or have other drones that can go up to 2 to 3 miles away, you can't see a drone from 2 to 3 miles away. That's really, really, really far. And so the FAA doesn't want you to fly that far away because, yes, even though you have a monitor, if you lose that cell phone screen or that monitor, you lose connection with the drone and it flies away, that's on you. And you also want to keep it in line of sight. So if your drone, for whatever reason, is going to crash, you can at least see where it's going to crash and you can try and guide it down and things like that. The other thing from the FAA that I'm going to mention as far as, hobby flying is don't fly over people. That is in every single part of the FAA's rules guidelines. Whether you're a hobbyist, whether you have a 107 exemption, whether or not you have a 333 exemption, do not fly over people. It's a risk, it's a liability. The only time you can fly over people is if they're a part of your crew or have something to do with the operation of the drone. You don't want your drone to fall out of the sky. You don't want to hit or hurt anybody. And, you just really want to be safe. Now, another couple of general tips with flying is when you're first starting off flying, find a very big, wide open space. Don't find a small enclosed space, and please don't try and fly inside the house if you have a drone that's meant to be outside. You have drones that are meant to be inside. You have drones that are meant to be outside. So your drones that are meant to be outside, take them outside. Your drones that are inside, make sure you have a lot of open space to fly the drone around because you can easily hit something or someone and cause some damage. Now, with the drones that you're flying outside, an open field, meaning, clear of trees, a soccer field, a football field, something public, you can fly out there and be perfectly fine because you have plenty of room for anything to happen. Now, another safety tip that you want to look out for is when you're flying your drone, do not fly your drone near somebody. Don't try and get cute. Don't fly your drone past somebody's head or try and see how close you can get because there's been too many accidents where, people who are inexperienced or maybe they are experienced and, a freak accident happens. You hit somebody, you cause damage to them. They may have to go to the hospital. That's not safe. So definitely be very careful when you're flying your drones. These things have little plastic propellers that spin really, really fast. And it's really easy to cut somebody's face or cut somebody's hand, anything like that. Another safety tip, if you are around children or if you're around adults or anybody else like that, please do not allow them to try and grab the drone or reach up towards the propellers. There have been many cases where people have actually cut their hands open trying to grab a drone. There's even a video of Enrique Iglesias, I believe, who tried to reach up and grab a DJI Inspire and it cut his hand. Now, yes, he got it wrapped up and he finished with a performance, but that could have been avoided just with drone safety. So please, please, please use some common sense when you are flying these drones. If you have a child who is flying a drone, do not allow them to go outside and fly the drone by themselves. Supervise your child. Make sure they're being safe. Make sure they're not being reckless with the drone because ultimately it's going to fall back on you as a parent or as a guardian. Otherwise, that is pretty much a very short intro to drone safety. I will be doing more videos on drone safety and different drones as we go forward, but this is just a nice way to introduce you into drones and to let you know that drones aren't scary. Drones are the future. They're cool. They're fun to have, but you have to be responsible with these tools. If you guys did enjoy this video and you found some value in it, please share with other people who love drones or are thinking about getting into drones. Once again, if you also like the content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will be putting out more content and I will be doing more drone videos to keep you guys satisfied and to keep you guys interested. So either way, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.